feel like I've set this up wrong. Oh well, this one's at an angle.
What is lead?
I've had to do that on the couch before. My couch in reality is kind of an angle. Sometimes I'm just bloop there.
Perfect.
Now it's straight.
So we saw the fifth wave.
Yeah, we saw the fifth wave.
I enjoyed the way you were describing it outside, because like it wasn't 24% bad, but it wasn't like it wasn't a mix of good and bad. It was chunks of good and bad.
Half of this movie is 24% bad because this movie is two movies. One of them is okay. The other one is fucking garbage.
And unfortunately, the garbage one is the one that we're supposed to care about.
Yeah, this movie, I don't see this very often. When an okay movie keeps getting interrupted by its fucking lead character.
Johnny Fishmouth.
Him and I like Chloe Moretz, but
It's
I
like
mean,
him and Chloe Moretz making this face at each other.
fucking, I don't even know where to begin it with this, because like,
I yelled at him several times.
You did.
Shut your mouth. I wasn't sure if I was annoying the lady behind me or if she was agreeing with me.
no, it was making me laugh because I could hear you, and there's stuff in this movie involving a character named Ben Parrish, and I forget the actor. Cold.
No, I'm trying to fish mouth in situ to see if it's something that goes natural on a face.
Well, I can guarantee you, no matter how hard I try, it will not look like Chloe Moretz.
It's like it's making my teeth dry out. I've only been doing it for 5 seconds.
You gotta have the sweet 5 o'clock shadow, like the guy in this.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you what I thought he looked like. Now bear with me. Do you remember, do you know in those, Parade magazine in the back where they've got, those creepy porcelain dolls that you can buy? It looks like they made one of those of Brian Irving.
I could see that. Or with, did you ever watch Bates Motel?
No.
Max Thoreau, the actor who plays Norman Bates' brother on that, and he was in that My Soul to Take movie, and he looked a little like him.
Okay.
But if Max Thoreau was in the movie House of Wax, and this is what he got turned into, he was just killed halfway through the movie.
I don't know if they put too much makeup on him, or he was wearing false eyelashes, or what.
I think they were trying to make him look slightly off, so you'd be able to tell right away he's a fucking alien. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe he just looks like that. Maybe they were trying to make sure that you liked him more than Ben Wagons, which I totally didn't.
Ben Wagons?
Well, the football player, whatever his name was.
Ben Parrish?
Yeah.
Yeah, something interesting would be going on with Ben Parrish at the army base. This is half this movie about these child soldiers who are trained by it turns out Liev Schreiber's the bad guy. He's really good in this, but so there's this interesting story going on with the aliens training these child soldiers to trick them into going out and killing the remainder of the humans. Mm-hmm. And then meanwhile it keeps cutting back to Chloe Moretz oogling shirtless fucking alien in the middle of the lake.
He's like, her brother's gonna be fine. Let's spend some time just doing it in the station wagon.
This movie felt like it was a fucking teenage girl in study hall not knowing which book to fucking read and picking fucking both of them. Well, I'm gonna read some of this shitty one. Now let me go back to the alien one with... And when the black-haired girl shows up, who's one of the soldiers in it, she instantly comes in and is kind of an ass kicker. Uh-huh. My first thought was like, why isn't this our lead character? It's one guy, they're staring at her ass, and one guy's like, hey, you want to play strip poker? And she just
punches him in the neck.
Why am I not following this character? I don't understand the choices this movie is making. This movie is in a die-hard mission to just keep fucking itself.
It was it's very much like two different books, because in the one part you've got the Ender's Game, and on the other side you have the Host.
Yeah.
It very much felt like the Host, except that the alien was backwards and there wasn't any beatings.
I love it when they're showing granted it turns out this was kind of an illusion later, but they put these shields over their eyes so they can see the alien thing in their head. And I'm like, what? I mean, that thing's fucking huge. That would be piercing out of their fucking skin. Aliens, you pick the most gullible fucking kids to try to trick, because they all fucking believe
most
you.
likely.
God damn it, stupid aliens. Which were led by General kind of Chelsea Handler, but not really.
Yeah, she was a little weird. And again, maybe it's like they made her kind of weird looking in the face to make you realize that she was an alien, or maybe they just picked a weird looking lady.
I think that's probably what they did. Like, because Because
it wasn't that she was like strange looking. I think that it was strange that she was wearing so much makeup when she was supposed to be like a military officer.
In this movie, that's not strange, because this is one of those handsome apocalypse movies.
Yes, all the ugly people died off in the first 3 years.
You can have some dirt on your face, but your fucking hair will be perfect. Like, kids, like Dad Ron Livingston, like, kids, we gotta leave the house. I don't know why, we just do. I kinda got a 5 o'clock shadow, but my hair looks perfect. The first time when it's showing the alien invasion at the beginning, it's so stupid. Because, like, alright, the fucking, like, wave hits that sends through, like, the electroshocks that wipes out electricity in their cars, which doesn't seem to make any fucking difference, because, like, several days later, when the wave comes through, there's still people getting out of their cars and running, and, like, even though electricity and, like, everything's gone, people are still working in this skyscraper that the wave hits. And that one lady who's just watching, like, the way, like, watching the wave come and, like, the tidal wave come and fucking hit her. I was in my head laughing because I was like, I wonder if she's blind.
I was more thinking, like, yeah, fucking don't wear yourself out, baby. You're dead. You can see it. You're dead.
Yeah.
But
fuck it.
What was this movie rated? Because there was an awful lot of horror going on in the first 5 minutes.
But it was stupid.
We saw so many people just die, just
It's
buffeted
PG-13.
to death by water.
It's PG-13 violence, though. Like, the most blood that's in this movie is when she gets shot in the leg. Like, even, like, the stuff with the water and the tidal waves coming through, those were some fucking January special effects. Like, those were, like, give it time. Like, in a few years, that's what the Asylum special effects will look like.
I don't know. It wasn't, like, if this movie was showing on cable and I started watching it, I'd probably make it to the end.
I probably could. Like, I mean, I don't know what situation I would be in where that's the case, but, like, I don't know if, like, I'm sitting on my laptop, sitting on the couch, if this fucking movie happens to be on, I'd be like, well, I mean, like, Liev Schreiber's in it, so I stick it to the end. I'll say again, he's really good in this.
He really is. It's like, he's like just like an air of quiet menace, but in such a way that, like, at the beginning of the movie where he's like rounded up all the adults and explained to them how some of them might be aliens, you're kind of buying it.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. And I like that the aliens are kind of off-putting, like I said, with, like, handsome dude looking kind of weird, and the girl with the lipstick, but Liev Schreiber just looks like Liev Schreiber, because we don't need to make him look, everyone knows he's gonna turn out to be a bad guy. I love when, this is so fucking dumb, when, she misses the bus. Like, they load up, they leave their fucking house for no reason. I mean, this is the nicest apocalypse ever. It really doesn't seem like much looting has gone on or anything. It's just, kids, we gotta leave, because that's what the script says.
I think that they were trying to go out to the refugee camp.
Yeah.
I guess so there'd be people and they could pick beans together.
But their house was still really nice. Like, on the inside, it was great. The outside, it looks like fucking Walking Dead.
Yeah, there's like, I'd probably want to get away just from the piles of corpses.
I'd be like, but Dad, I mean, I don't know, like, the dishes are still on the wall, the paintings are still up, it seems fine in here.
Just close the door and pretend nothing's happening.
The soldiers show up and they send the kids away on a bus and the parents are left behind. Chloe Moretz is on the bus. She has to get off of it to get the kid's teddy bear that he leaves behind, so that she'll end up getting left behind and have to spend the whole movie trying to get to him.
Yeah, there's some piss poor security on that bus, because, like, they're rounding the kids up and, like, marking their names off, and then she just, like, gets off, and they're like, yeah, whatever.
That's how Kevin got left home alone. I've seen this irresponsibility before. But nowhere does Chloe Moretz say, like, can you wait, like, 1 minute? I'm gonna get off the bus. I gotta go get my brother's teddy bear. I will be back in like 30 seconds. She just runs off, gets the bear, the bus goes off, and the kids just kind of like, no, stop. And not even the kids, like, look behind us. Like, there's a girl running towards us. You could probably stop.
Yeah.
It's not a very well-written movie.
Honestly, my favorite part in the entire movie happens in like the first 30 seconds. And it's because when she's looting that convenience store, she thinks to grab some fucking tampons. It's like, oh, that answers that question for me.
Yeah. I missed that.
No one menstruates in the apocalypse, apparently, except for Chloe Moretz.
Just Chloe Moretz.
Just Chloe Moretz. That's where all the blood was. It wasn't just her thigh.
Oh God! my favorite. Now it is an R-rated movie. How did you learn about the change, kids? I want to go see The Fifth Wave. My favorite part of the movie was at the end when Ben Parrish and Chloe Moretz. His character's name is Ben Parrish. I can't remember the actor's name, but when they're in the army base and they're looking for her brother, because at this point the two movies have finally merged, and the handsome alien, just
Ethan or whatever?
Evan, I think, Evan Walker comes walking cute, comes walking out of the. Falls out of like the fucking rafters, beats up some people, and then says this movie's got shitty fucking dialogue. Like
I can't be one and the other. I have to choose a side, and I chose you.
And then kisses her, and then it cuts to Ben Parrish.
is just standing there like
what is happening? This really stupid movie has just... He has the look on his face of an actor who didn't realize this other movie was going on until this fucking moment.
Yeah, like he thought he was the male lead.
Yeah, he's like, what is happening here? We're getting infiltrated by the host. Oh my God, what's fucking going on?
It seemed... that kind of like, pardon me, of two guys interested in the same girl seeing each other for the first time.
Because love triangle.
Yeah,
at least this fucking movie is saving that for the last 5 seconds of it. I don't think...
Setting us up for a sequel.
Sure,
which
maybe.
is probably not going to happen.
This movie will have a sequel if the budget on this movie was only $2 million, because it'll make that back. I don't know what the budget on this movie was.
You never know. Maybe they just like rented out a camp in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Made some cardboard barracks.
That can get a little pricey.
Hired some CG guys for a pittance.
And the rest of it goes to Liev Schreiber and Maria Bello and Ron Livingston.
Ron Livingston was severely underused in this movie. I mean, I imagine in the book probably he died when he dies in the movie. Mm-hmm. But it's Ron fucking Livingston.
Yeah.
Like, do some flashbacks with him or something.
Something. I will hand it to this movie in the sense that most movies like this, it's like when we reviewed like Insurgent and when Brian and I were at the Scorch trials, like the Scorch. Like I run out of shit to talk about with them because after those movies I'm like, I feel like I've talked about this movie 50 times. At least with this, it's so stupid. I feel like I have other fucking things to talk about. It's like The Host. Like, that movie's probably the worst of all of these goddamn movies.
Yeah, but we had so much to talk about.
We had a lot to talk about with it. That was... So many of these movies are in one ear and out the other. And come a month, this probably will be too.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not even going to make my bottom 10.
No, Lord, no.
But it wasn't good.
No, it's not. It's given me more to fucking talk about. And at least the Host, I remember The Host. That's the kind of bad that you do not forget.
Remember, like, the mirrors that they had rigged up inside of a mountain so that they could grow wheat?
Yeah.
Because that seems like the best way to do that.
It was a love triangle with a girl and the voice in her head and some handsome guy.
They're breaking new ground. Thanks, Stephanie Myers.
It's like, dude, just because I never seen it before doesn't mean it's good. When are we gonna get that sequel?
The sequel to The Host?
Yeah.
Where it's just her, the creepy little doll creature that they put the alien into, and then the dude.
Mm-hmm. I want that, man. Make that fucking movie. Then I can finally get my Battlefield Earth 2. Battlefield Earth 2, about fucking time.
I'm trying to think of what sequels I'd like. I guess I'll probably go see the sequel to this one. Because Liev Schreiber is going to be in it.
Yeah, he survives this movie. Yeah, we have to go see the second one now that the two amazing plot lines have finally merged in the last 30
well,
seconds.
Evan fucked off, so, maybe it'll just be her and Ben Wagons developing some... I keep wanting to call him Ben Wagons, and I'm not sure why.
Ben Wagons. At first I was like, is that the actor's name? And then I was like, is he like a TV actor and that's his character's name?
It's probably a reference like someone I knew in kindergarten or a comedian
What's
or something.
old Wagons up to these
Google
days?
I'll Google it later, but yeah.
Cut it out, Wagons.
Her and Ben Wagons are like developing a relationship out in the woods. Mm-hmm. And then Evan will drop out of a tree and be like, but Karamia.
God damn the dialogue in this movie. It's got stupid fucking narration where it says shit like, then the virus came through. Some of us lived, others died. Thanks.
The way to destroy humanity is to remove the humanity.
It makes sense. This is all coming from her journal because it reads like a fucking high schooler's journal. I can't recommend this. Like, if it's on fucking TV, sure, why the fuck not? You kill about hour, 50 minutes, however fucking long this movie was.
I wonder if that kid is actually related to Chloe Moretz, because he kind of had, like, baby fish mouth.
Her little brother?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Potentially.
Turns out Evan is.
No, it's City of Bones all over again.
Should we do trailers?
Sure.
So I gotta see Bad Grandpa in like 10 minutes.
I'm
Or
all
I'm sorry,
bundled up, so I gotta-
Dirty Grandpa.
I gotta dig him out. Oh, no, fucking not bad, Grandpa. The Choice.
Oh, that's a Brian and Dave movie. That's, man.
That's the dude gets his lady's dog pregnant, and then...
The dude gets the dog? Whoa, if that happens, then I might go to that movie.
But the dude's dog gets the lady's dog pregnant, and then she's in a car crash, and then it becomes that If I Wake movie.
Yeah, it's the Nick Sparks thing.
And then we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of Shadows.
Out of the Shadows.
Which, did they have, like, the turtle van in the first one?
At the end of it, they did.
Did it shoot, like, the manhole covers?
I think it accidentally went off at the end or something like that, or something stupid.
Because that's what the toy did. Are these movies based on the toys? Because this one has Rocksteady and Bebop in it.
Oh, it's got Bebop and Rocksteady in it, and the best Ninja Turtles character, Tyler fucking Perry. He's playing like fucking Baxter Stockman in the movie.
It had Casey Jones, was not Elias Koteas.
That's shitty fucking casting. You can't go from fucking Elias Koteas to
some pretty boy looking motherfucker.
They look like the fucking alien from the movie we just saw. It might be the same guy.
Like, who are you? Pring. Flowing hair.
Bull, fuck off. Casey Jones. No one will be better than Elias Koteas, but you could at least try.
Cricket. You gotta understand where the crumpet is to understand cricket. I'll teach you. Okay, Huntsman, Winter's War.
That movie. I mean, like, I like the first one a lot, but this movie seems like it was just made to appease commenters who just hate Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, well, because, like, the first one I remember you talking it up, so I'd be interested in watching it, but this one just seems like more of the first one with, like, Emily Blunt standing around looking sad.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't see her emoting a single scene in that preview. It's just her just like...
I like Emily Blunt, and, like, I love Chris Hemsworth. I mean, I really like the first one a lot, so I'll go see it, but it looks really pointless. I don't know the need for this movie.
Like, is there some tale that wasn't, like, do they reminisce about the little sister the Queen had?
I only saw it when it first came out. I mean, like I said, this movie just looks like they want to do the first one again, but just to not have internet commenters bitch about Kristen Stewart.
Yeah,
and I liked her in the first movie.
Stewart. I loved her in American Ultra.
Yeah. I don't have anything
okay
against
by
her.
me. X-Men Apocalypse.
That
looks good.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oscar Isaac is playing Apocalypse?
I think so, yeah.
David was bitching about the way he looks. He looks like something else, but I thought it looks like Apocalypse. Apocalypse is kind of doofy looking in the comic books. So,
well, it looks better than, like, it looks like they just took Olivia Munn from one of her photo shoots and stuck her in the movie. that looks fine.
Your alarm is going off.
Oh, man, I got 5 minutes to Dirty Grandpa.
Okay, so, okay.
Wait, hang on. That was shit. That wasn't my alarm going off. That was my mom calling. I just accidentally hung up on her. I'll call her back. She'll understand.
Scoops.
Hang on a sec. I gotta take... Hey, you're on camera right now.
Hey, Leslie.
Hello? Yeah, you're on camera right now. So I thought this was my alarm going off.
Sarah says hi.
Sarah says hi. We're talking about trailers for a couple minutes. Then I gotta go see Dirty Grandpa.
Care about it, but
Oh,
then
no,
we
it's
had
fine.
Risen, which was like Jesus manhunt movie. Which I can't tell if that's going to be a Christian movie or not.
It
We're
is.
talking about-
It is, because at the end it says, like, order now for group tickets. That means it's a Christian movie.
Ah, you know the code words.
For Christian movie, like, it doesn't look that bad. But, like, I'm looking forward to Conjuring 2. That trailer's scary. I love the first one.
But like, what's the first one about? Because it seemed like
about
a
Conjuring.
possession type thing.
And so is the first one, kind of. It's like haunted house, possession. It's scary. I
kinda
love
felt
James
like-
Wan's movies.
I felt like it was from the perspective of the person who's been possessed, which I thought was an interesting and fresh take. If that's in fact what they're doing, is James Wan the Fast and Furious guy?
Yeah, I mean, he mostly directed horror. He directed Saw and Dead Silence and Death Sentence, Conjuring, and yeah, he directed Furious 7. And I'm glad he's still doing horror movies, because as much as I like that he was directing Furious 7, I was hoping, like, I hope he's not just going to be making, like, movies like this now. Like, I'm so glad we're getting
hope
James
he is.
Wan's movie. Oh, I know, I'd be fine with it if just as long as we still get James Wan movies.
And then we had Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Fuck that shit.
I stayed away from the book because like I like Pride and Prejudice, like the BBC miniseries with Colin Firth in it. I like absolutely adore. I don't know that I'd ever like. I'm not gonna sit down on a quiet rainy afternoon and read it because it's dry as fuck. But it's an interesting story. I stayed away from reading Pride and Prejudice and Zombies because it's my understanding that they just inserted zombie bits into the actual Pride and Prejudice, and this looks far and away nothing like Pride and Prejudice, and all about like people in period garb fighting zombies and like sexy shots of legs with garters on them.
It's a very R-rated trailer for a PG-13 zombie movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're releasing it with a PG-13 in a trailer that has a POV shot where someone's getting their throat cut and blood dripping down off of the fucking camera. They've chopped it down to a PG-13.
They allowed so that scene probably won't be in the movie.
I mean, that scene didn't make it a Red Band trailer, so I mean, it's probably still in the movie. But
Maybe it turns out to be delicious strawberry jam.
it's probably, or it's a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Or something fucking stupid. Like that movie. You know, not that I probably would have thought it looked that good to begin with, but fuck off with that. Like, that's just to appease like that stupid fucking petition that went around to make Deadpool a PG-13. Oh, you didn't hear about that? So this woman's 8-year-old kid could go see it. Yeah, that didn't work.
When I was little, and I've probably told this story before, my mom wanted us to be able to watch Princess Bride, but I was kind of a delicate little flower, and so she took the VHS copy and she just recorded static over the torture scenes.
Isn't that what, like, Phoebe's mom did on Friends?
She didn't, like, take out the ending so I could see what happened to Old Yeller. She just, like, did her own edits. And I feel like if this lady wants her 8-year-old son to watch fucking Deadpool so much, she can get some editing equipment and, like, dub over the swear words and record static over the fight scenes.
Or they could do what my mom did. If I
And just
wanted to
let 'em see it.
if I wanted to see an R-rated movie, I went to it. There you go. You want to see the movie, kid? Go.
So like I said, your parenting style's up to you. You can just let them go. You can start a petition on the internet because fucking you don't have enough hours in your day.
It was. I don't know if the petition was necessarily started by like the mom. I think it was like some
We started by
some
the 8-year-old
writer.
kid. My mom won't let me go.
It was like some kid was complaining about it, and then some like fucking writer or something like made it their mission. Like, I want 2 cuts of this movie, an R-rated and a PG-13.
If this kid actually exists in like real world.
I don't know. If not, boy, that kid is not gonna have a happy fucking lunch hour. Sneak in, kid. Whatever. I don't give a shit. And then the internet laughed at these people.
Yep. Because there's not enough hours in the day. I don't know. I'm still not necessarily looking forward to Deadpool. I'm worried it won't be very good.
I'm fine with the trailer for it, except, and I'm glad you guys brought it up in the video last week. What is with the CGI, like
Like, what did
mouth?
they do? Like, I don't know if...
Whoa.
Because they didn't do that with Spider-Man. I think that's what we cited last week.
Yeah, they didn't...
In Spider-Man, like, his face movements matched what he was saying. So I have to imagine they've, like, moved the dialogue around.
Yeah, maybe, like, it's like, is it gonna look like that in the movie? Like, movies have been just fine with masked heroes not having CGI to make their fucking lower jaws move.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I think the movie looks fine. I mean, I hope it's good. I like Ryan Reynolds, and I'd like him to have a hit.
Yeah, and he's been looking forward to doing Deadpool forever, you know.
Well, that's coming out in a couple weeks.
We'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'm just being a killjoy.
I mean, like, it could be bad. I think it looks good.
And then I'll do the I told you so dance.
Yeah. Well, if you did the I told you so dance, I'd be like, I wasn't sold on it being good. It's like, I said it might be good. Okay, that's not my mom. I gotta go see. Oh, there we go. I gotta go see Bad Grandpa. Or, I'm sorry, Dirty Grandpa.
I gotta go home and warm up.
Later.
Bye.